In this video, I head over to Darlington to check out the brand new mobile command vehicle that will be used to help augment our emergency response capabilities. So this is looking at the Darlington station, and we are elevated here. And so what's the name of this tent facility?
This is the Emergency Mitigating Equipment tent, EME tent. The intent of this facility is really to address the post-Fukushima concerns around cooling the reactor and providing emergency backup power that's distinct and separate and located off-site from all the redundancy that's already contained down in the station.
It's not just about how do you survive a tsunami. It's a broader response to how do you survive that situation where you're without power for an extended period of time.
Absolutely.
What's your job title?
I am a SERM, a Shift Emergency Response Manager. We're laying just under 10,000 feet of hose when we're deploying, if we had to deploy.
How much does a hose weigh?
It's 126 pounds per roll of 6-inch high wall. So this stuff is it's 126 roll.
Whoa. Okay.
So basically, we have
how many people get to lug one roll?
That's us, we're 6.
So the context here is, so there's the pump, there's the hose, and you're just dropping the hose, the suction into the lake, and then you're pumping it into the station to provide the cooling?
The old way was we had 4 pumps to deploy, 2 at each end of the station, and we would draft. Since those 17 projects become complete, we put in headers.
So now this is the mobile command vehicle is what we're calling it. So this is really the viewpoint anywhere within an OPG that you have an incident and you really want to have shelter and communications on site to augment existing ERO facilities that you guys have. This is a new vehicle actually. This was just commissioned this year. This will be used in a drill center for the first time on November the 7th. That'll be at Saran Quebec. We're doing a full-scale exercise. Yep. And this will be used as part of that response to run it through spaces with Troy and his crew.
Excellent. So let's go check it out. So all the capability you'd have sitting at your desk, you're able to have that exact capability in this vehicle.
Exactly, yeah. Right, yeah, that's the beauty of the satellite though. So
no matter where you are, you're good to go. Excellent.
So we designed this thing with the idea of multiple layers of redundancy, right?
Right.
So as Jerry said, you've got the LTE connection, primary. If that fails, you've got the VSAT satellite system, which is the roof-mounted satellite system.
Yep.
Provides functionality for the whole vehicle. And then as an even additional layer beyond that, if all else fails, we have an independent Iridium satellite network, pair of phones that are mobile, can be looped in. So at least you maintain, at the very last resort, voice communications.
Yeah.
One of the cool things we have as well is once you see inside the vehicle, this is made to be kind of almost a logistics hub. This piece of equipment right here is a very large tent that's designed to be used in emergency response efforts. It's an inflatable tent that can sustain pretty high wind loads, I believe 60 or 70 kilometer-hour winds. So that if you have people coming in and responding to an incident, they don't have to be inside the vehicle where people are communicating, need to be distraction-free in that situation. You can deploy this around the vehicle, still use the Wi-Fi that this thing produces, and be sheltered from the elements as well.
Thought of everything.
So as a revenue generating opportunity, there's accommodations here for only $100 a night to supplement OPG's bottom line.
Well, they're very large.
Yeah.
How many people can you fit in there?
2 to 4. So there's a bunk bed in there. So.
Oh, there is a bunk.
So you'll see sort of 2 main compartments in here.
Okay.
The one I'm standing in here is called the command section. Out here in the front we have the operations section. Of course they could be used interchangeably. The idea is the incident commander could have a post here. They can close the door, have private communications, and avoid some of the comings and goings of the actual response staff will be here.
Right. So notwithstanding actual physical drive time, like if we had an event now at a location somewhere in the province, like how long would it take for you to mobilize and to show up, and whoever's got to make sure this thing is stocked and ready to go, and then hit the gas pedal and start driving? What's that response time?
So I think one thing that before I answer that question, this isn't intended to be a primary response vehicle. This is made to augment existing response capabilities.
Right.
So with that in mind, we're committing to within 24 hours to have this thing stocked and ready to go. We're also working on some contracts with other OPG internal stakeholders as well, like for example IRI, They provide drone technology, so we're actually utilizing them with this vehicle. If you needed eyes in the sky for whatever reason, we can call on IRI and have them come with the vehicle as well. So in the November exercise in Niagara, we're actually working with IRI to provide drone capability along with this vehicle as well. So yeah, short answer, within 24 hours. Well, one of the conversations I was having with some folks from the dam safety group is typically when there's an incident in a remote location like you're describing, the replacement of this vehicle, what it would have been before, is the supervisor in his pickup truck with a cell phone.
Yes.
So this is obviously quite a step above that.
This is a dramatic improvement compared to what we've had in the past, and I think it's consistent with OPG's view and desire to be, seen as a world leader when it comes to emergency response capability, dam safety, and all those kinds of things. So this is an excellent tool that we have at our disposal. Can we take a look at this room a bit more here?
One thing we haven't mentioned is, as a local means of communication, we have, if you come over here, you can see, this is a Tetra radio system.
Do you have enough of them?
Yeah, I think so. So if the reinforcements arrive with all their friends, we have enough capabilities. The idea is, if the CMCC was ever activated because there was a dam issue, this provides the primary link between the decision makers at the CMCC and the local incident command.
Right.
This is intended to provide that linkage.
Yes, yes. Thanks very much to Troy, Jerry, and Scott. What a fantastic vehicle, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in action in Niagara in November.